Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition Let's Play video, and this is part 146 of my Let's Play series. And in the last video, we began on my brand new build in this world, which is right behind the Japanese style build out there. And of course, if you watched my last video, I'm going to be building a bridge that goes across the river to my new house location. And in the last video, we began on making the actual main portion of the bridge that goes across. And in this video, we're going to be adding some details to it. So I did figure out a pretty good plan, and I also did some off-camera work to the bridge itself. And in this video, we're going to be putting some finishing touches on it and just finishing everything up. So firstly, as far as the materials are concerned, I did get some birch wood. Not a whole lot of it though, because we are going to need some. And I also had tons of stone cooking in those furnaces as well, because I am going to need tons of stone for the bridge as well as my new house. So definitely have that going for that preparation for the future. And out here, nothing much has changed, except for the fact that the bridge is now here. So if I go all the way over to the bridge, you'll see that all I pretty much did was I kind of fixed the path a little bit, and of course I fixed the issue that the blocks weren't actually showing up when they got placed. So now there is stone pillars that go all the way to the ground, all the way up to the bridge itself. And my plan for this was to put actual fences in between these two stone pillars that kind of go up a little bit, just enough to where you don't fall out if you try to. So we're going to craft all of these into birch planks, so 28 is decent. And then I'm going to craft as many fences as I can. So let's see, I can craft 21 pieces, so that's enough to start with, and of course I can get the other trees that I was planting as well. So we're going to start off with 3 birch fences in between on each side, just like this. And I don't want to impede on the actual floor space of the bridge, so when I go to place my second layer, it should allow me to just walk through. I can still obviously go through that though. So if I place it on this side, you can see how it's going to look like this. Now, of course, I could leave it like this and just keep on going up, or I could place one in the middle so it looks something like this. But I was really thinking about it, and I thought to myself, this doesn't really look all that great, keeping it like that. But it also may not be the most aesthetically pleasing design, but it does ensure that it, you can't really get out as easily, because of course you can get out if you, if I keep it like this with just a single piece of fence, you can get out if you try. But I don't know which one's more aesthetically pleasing. I feel like the singles are, but the doubles don't look terrible either. But of course, keeping them floating like this is going to be kind of part of the design as well, because there might actually be some slabs underneath this as well in the future. So to keep up with the design down here with the slabs, I might just break away this bottom layer of fence and then place slabs beneath that, just to kind of close everything off in a good way. So I'm just placing the fences right now just so they're easier to place, because I have to place the fences here in order to place the fences on top of it. So we'll just go ahead and place them here, and I'm not going to place them there because I'm obviously with the slabs there. Although, yeah, I feel like that's definitely a worse looking design than putting slabs, because the slabs will actually make this look a lot better up here as well. Alright, so let's go and continue this pattern. I obviously only have 3 fences left, so we're actually going to place these on top of here, because if we only finish this part, that's okay. So they're going to go up one more layer, just like this. There will probably be another single fence or even gates on top to kind of close everything off on top of these fences. And then the stone pillars will actually go up higher, and this will be a covered bridge in the end. So that's why those stone pillars are actually extending past the floor of the bridge. So I'm going to create an axe so I can break these fences easier. And it's already getting nighttime too, so that was definitely pretty quick. And we'll just break all of the fences on the bottom. So this will give me enough to finish off the fence design on each side on the actual first section of the bridge. I'm obviously going to have to craft more fences to get to the other portions. And so if we go up here, and as you can see underneath this is where the slabs are going to go. So it's actually going to look pretty good, because the slabs kind of are like this bottom block. This is the bottommost part of the birch in the entire bridge. So then it kind of goes up by a half block, and then once the slabs are here, it'll almost look like a staircase up, but it's upside down. That's kind of how it's going to end up being when the slabs go in. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and place down these fences so I can see what we're working with here. Ooh, there's a creeper too. And speaking of creepers and mobs in general, let's place some torches over here so we're not having mob issues. I really do not want a creeper blowing up part of this bridge, especially after all the stuff that I've done. So as you can see, I am going to have to place an extra piece of fence on each side just to, connect to the stone. And that'll actually look good, because the fences will be completely on the outside, even around the stone pillars. Alright, now let's make another layer of fences on top of this with the 3 that I have remaining, and let's go and go grab some more birch, because it is light over here, so that way I'm not having to be near those mobs, because I really don't want to have issues with them. Now, the whole purpose of planting these birch trees was to get more birch wood, because unfortunately, there really is not that many forests around here. And if you look down at the map, there really is none there. And I did explore quite a bit, and all I found was a swamp. So, and obviously swamps only have oaks, so that's definitely not the best option for getting birch. But finding a forest in this world has been proven to be very difficult. So, I don't know how we're going to manage to get like tons of more wood, but planting saplings will work decently for now. At least until I can figure out another way to easily harvest wood. So one more tree left to go, and this will give me roughly half a stack, so that's pretty decent. That'll definitely last me at least through the rest of this entire build of the bridge, because that's basically 2 stacks of planks. So 30 pieces, and let's make sure I get all the saplings, because at this point, getting saplings from these trees is actually very useful. Ooh, there are some mobs over here. It is definitely dark over here near the area with the Milestone Museum, so I'm definitely going to have to do something about that. So there's a couple saplings I see stuck on top of these leaves, so I have to make sure I get those before I move on, because I really don't want them despawning. If I can get as many birch saplings as I can, then that'd be great. And I probably should not be using my diamond sword to break these leaves either. Okay, so we have 5 so far, so I'm going to get me 5 trees. Ooh, okay, there's another one up here. And there's 2 more over here, so that'll get me 9. As well as a zombie creeping up on me from the side. Oh, and there's another one hidden down here. Well, if it weren't for the zombie, I wouldn't have known that one was there. Alright, I'll do one last check over, and then we'll go back over to the bridge. Okay, I do see one up there, so we'll grab that one. And then that'll be it for now, because 11 will be plenty. Especially since that is more trees than I originally planted, so that's perfect. So go ahead and quickly grab this sapling, and we'll be good. Okay, so now that we have all the birch wood necessary, let's see how much this ends up giving me. Obviously, this will give me 2 stacks, basically. It'll give me a stack and 60. And with that, we are going to create more fences. So let's go inside here, shut the door so creepers don't come in, because I did see a couple. I'm actually going to create some slabs as well. And our food supply is looking low as well, so I guess I'll eat my trusty rotten flesh. Wow, 2 creepers over there as well? Oof. You know, I'm just going to get rid of them, because they're going to cause more problems later on that I really don't want to deal with. So yeah, doing this on the bridge is definitely not the best idea, but it's going to work. You know, of course, now that I'm over here, let's place some torches, because I really don't want to have to deal with them. There's also a zombie villager down there. Well, that's not going to bother me for a bit, so I'm not going to deal with it. So with the 30 fences we have, let's go ahead and stack up on these. And there we go. So that is done on this side. Then on this side, we'll do the same thing, obviously. So we'll try to get the fence on there. And then we'll get them on top, just like this. Ooh, the fences make me go really high. And then, like that. And then, of course, the couple that I'm missing here. And the couple on the stone block. Whoa! Oh, so I guess I said the zombie villager wasn't going to bother me, but it did end up bothering me anyway. Great. That's alright, though. Oh, it looks like it fell down again. Well, looks like I guess I don't have to worry about it for another, like, what, 30 seconds before it comes back up here again? Anyway. I do have to come over here anyway to break these pieces of fence down at the bottom, so I am going to have to kill it anyway. Alright, so let's break these couple pieces of fences that I'm not going to need. And once I do this, we'll place down the slabs and see how it looks. Wow, it's taking forever because I'm in the water. Just going to have to make sure to keep my balance so I'm not, like, axing it away from the piece of fence. Alright, let's get these slabs placed down. Ooh, wow, okay, that actually does look pretty good. And of course, those pieces of fence, they're going to be floating there, and that's perfectly fine. That's kind of what I wanted anyway. Because I did say in the last... Oh, an Enderman. Yeah, whenever an Enderman spawns in my world, I always stop whatever I'm doing, and I always try to go get it. Because Endermen seem to spawn very rarely in this version, so hopefully I didn't lose it. Okay, I see it over there. I think there's a body of water near as well. Hopefully I can get an ender pearl. I think I have like 3 so far. Oh, there's even a creeper, so let's just get rid of that first. Okay, it almost exploded and dead. Where did the enderman go? It's so hard to see it because it's like pitch black over here. Alright, so I hit it. Let's get in the water. Or at least I made it mad. Did I? Oh, maybe not. There we go. Okay, so it's teleporting, so that might be a good sign. Alright, let's just... Whoa! Ooh! There we go. We got an ender pearl. Okay, good. Finally, we got another. I think that's my 4th or 5th one. So we're almost halfway there to having 12. Because I want to have 12 so that way I can at least have, enough wiggle room just in case of the Stronghold end portal does not have any ender eyes in it. So I'm definitely taking all my chances here. Yet another zombie villager. One thing I have to say about this force over here is that it spawns a ton of mobs, and this skeleton has to go before it kills me. And then, of course, there's one right behind it, so yeah, let's go. But yes, anyway, the fence design on the side, that is what I'm going to continue on for the other 2 or 3 sections on the bridge. So once that is done, of course, the bridge will be pretty much done aside from the actual covered portion of the bridge. And once that is done, this whole build will be done as well. So that'll be another build to add to the list of my world. Okay, that was close. Let's grab this XP that I missed. Alright, so aside from all those mob distractions, let's continue by making the second area. So we'll continue by making the fences all the way across, just like this. One more, and then a second layer on top. Now, I got all this done. One more left. Alright. And I also kind of like how it adds an extra block to the bridge as well. And speaking of which, I might actually replace these with stone slabs. Because you can see how the pattern should. If the pattern were to continue, this would be stone. But if we look from the outside, I feel like visibly from the outside, it looks way better like this. So I think I'm going to keep it like that. Just to have these sections of spruce and a pillar of stone, section of birch, or not spruce, sections of birch and then pillars of stone. So that's kind of how I want to keep this design consistent, at least throughout the whole thing. And then we'll use up the rest of my fences for this side. So we need a couple on the bottom so I'm not like falling off. Here comes a zombie. You can see it at the corner of my eye. And we'll use the remaining up for this. So we still have plenty of birch actually to use. So I'm pretty sure this will be enough birch for the rest of this build. At least I hope so. I'm sure a stack in 14 will be plenty. So let's go back in here and craft some more fences and finish that portion of the bridge. So craft a couple more fences. Craft as many as I can. Ooh, I just crafted some cobblestone walls. Oh well. And we'll use these birch fences to finish off this area. And then I'm going to have to go back and craft a couple more probably to finish off the other side. But that's okay. And then the other side is going to also see some refinements on these edges. Because as you can see, the stairs kind of interfere with the pillars now. So I'm going to have to figure something out that'll obviously be good enough to connect the edges with the rest of the build. So got this done. Got the bottom layer. And then 3. Oh, we're going to be like 2 off. Yep, 2 off. So only if I crafted one more set of fences we'd have enough. Because obviously fences can be crafted in 3 batches, basically. It gives you 3 fences every single time you craft. So let's go and finish that off. We're obviously going to have 1 left over. Ugh. But that's okay. At least for this side, because the other side's going to have to be done as well. But I actually really want to get the slabs down first before we get the fences done. So let's just get the slabs on this side, just to see how this looks with 2 sets of slabs done next to each other. So we have 6, so we can perfectly do each side. So there we go. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good so far. And I really like how it matches with the path itself. And that was my goal. I wanted this to match the path. Because obviously the path is stone, brick, and birch. So I want it to at least match that design. So just craft the remaining amount of fences we need, and 1 last set of slabs, and that'll probably conclude it for the birch in this build at the very least. And of course, I'm only going to need birch if I decide to use it in these edges areas, but I don't think I will. I think I'll use stone for those areas. But anyway, we have 2 more needed on this side, so place those down, and there we go. So these slabs are done, and now we'll use these fences to finish off the rest of this. Alright, 2 more left, and there we go. So now I can actually cross this bridge without having to worry about falling. But of course it was easy not to fall before anyway, it's just a design standpoint. But this actually looks decent so far, and of course, as the other things progress, especially since the covered portion is still not done. But once the stone bricks go up and the covered portion goes in, I think it'll look pretty good. Now, here's a real question. Should I connect each fence section, or should I keep each one separated? I feel like I'll actually keep them separated because I feel like that would look better. All right, now let's try to get these blocks up so that way I can begin on the covered area. All right, and there is those going up. So now it's kind of even with all the fences. And now I should probably get some easy block to see. So I'm just going to use some oak, because that's pretty easy to see compared to all these other blocks. And I'll use them to stack up, so that way I can get these blocks up. And I think each one is only going to be 4 blocks tall, each of these pillars. So let's get all these pillars done, and all of them up to 4 blocks tall, just so that way I'm ready for this. So this should be pretty simple, and of course I have plenty of materials, so this should be pretty easy to finish. Okay, so there's all the pillars done, and this is where the actual roof is going to start. So right above this is when the actual roof design is going to start. And it's going to be pretty similar to the bottom. However, it might be all stone with a little bit of birch accents, because what I might end up doing is the pattern will be the opposite. So the majority of the roof will obviously be made of birch. In fact, I may actually make the roof design the same as this design with the slabs going up, just to kind of keep it cohesive. And yeah, I think that'll look pretty good once it, of course, is all complete. So that is going to go ahead and conclude it for this video. In the next video, I'll be showing off the new bridge as well as some of the new updates I've added to my house. So stay tuned for that in the next episode. And with that being said, thanks for watching.